Sailing out, blue skies above, passport packed and a heart full of love. Cruising the world, just me and the sea. This is a life, it's where I'm meant to be. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Waves rolling on, vibes feeling worthy. Stay strong and embrace the journey. With warm, strong adventures, come sail it with me. Oh, stay strong. Got my shades on, ocean breeze, sipping slow, feeling at ease. Warm sun, good vibes roll free. Cruising the world, it's where I wanna be. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Feel the way, let the good times turn me. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Warm, strong adventures, come cruise with me. Yeah, stay strong. Yeah. Waves rolling on, and the vibes feeling worthy. Stay strong and embrace the journey. With warm, strong adventures, come sail it with me. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Feel the way, let the good times turn me. Strong and embrace the journey. Warm, strong adventures, come cruise with me. Yeah, stay strong, come cruise with me. Yeah, stay strong.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're live on air. How's everybody doing this Monday afternoon? Happy Monday, happy Monday. Hopefully, everybody is enjoying the day. You know, most people went back to work. Hopefully, you're enjoying your day. Most of your day may be over. That's a good thing. Good thing, as always. Appreciate you coming in here to Cruise Banter with Bill. Today, we are going to be talking about our perfect cruise ship. And this is one of those quizzes that there is no right answer. Everybody's going to have something different for their cruise ship. I'm going to go through some of the things that I want on my perfect cruise ship. You guys are going to have what you want on your cruise ship, and just put it in the chat. I'm going to try to keep up with the chat today and read along with the chat. So if I fall behind, do bear with me on that one. Coming in, you probably saw a question. The question being that if you could steal one thing from any cruise ship that's out there right now, what's that one thing you would take? You know, what is it? The restaurants on Virgin? Is the entertainment on Royal? Is it the slot program from Carnival? Is it, you know, MSC's Italian or European flair? Which one? What would it be? The slides, the swings, the rock climbing? What would it be? What would you steal from another cruise ship line and put on your cruise ship? Let me go and see who's in the chat right now. Cruising on Comps. Welcome in, Cruising on Comps. I appreciate you being in here. Danny D is in the house. Welcome in, Danny. Appreciate you being in here. The fantastic mod, Danny D. And also a member channel. Appreciate you being a member channel, Danny. Next in the house is Scott, Controversial Cruising. Hello, Scott. Hopefully your day is going well. You know, you're out there on the West Coast. Your day is you're still going strong. Everybody said hello. Scott is dropping links. Shipmate. Yes, please. Please. If you haven't connected with me on this Shipmate and you have a Shipmate account, if you don't, create a Shipmate account. But that way we can keep track of the cruises that we go on, who's going to be on our cruise. Well, at least I like people connecting with me, especially people. I found out I'm going on a couple of cruises with a couple of you guys that you probably don't know that we're on the same cruise, but I've looked it up, the roll call of that cruise. We got Law Jones in the house. Welcome in, Law, the Bud Files. Thanks for being in here, Bud Files. And Scott is dropping another one on Instagram. We are live on Instagram, YouTube, and what else are we live on? Facebook. We are live on all three. The Triple Crown, as they say in baseball. And everybody's saying hello. Cruising on Comps. If I could add anything, it would be the bath. To be the bath and a half I had on the horizon. Oh, yeah. On a horizon in the deluxe ocean view room. That was a full bath, and then you had another half bath, which I can understand, especially if you're traveling with not even just family. I won't say family or friends, but you know, one could be in the shower, one could be getting ready, and another. That is a good. I've never stayed in that cabin, but that would be a perk if you had several people in your cabin. Kia Wilkins, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. And Scott, man, he's good. You know what? I gotta learn how to get better with this. Join the Strong Crew today. You're not a member. Why not? Come on and join. I'm gonna drop a couple of free gifted memberships. I'm not gonna say free, gifted memberships. We got Foodie in the house. Vicky, welcome in, Vicky. Vicky says it would be the huge. Vicky, you got me with this one. Cantilever. Only Solarium Whirlpool on Freedom of the Seas. I'm missing that one word, Vicky. You know, I'm a public school graduate, so I don't know. But yes, that's actually one of my things is the ideal of the adult only area. I love. But I truly want it an adult only area. I don't want it like you look at some of the older royal ships, they have like the elevator on the other side of the adult only area. So on both sides, you have kids and people walking through back and forth on both sides. Eliminate that to where it's only you go back there, it's adult only. And that's what I want. We got Will G in the house. Well, welcome in, Will G. Thank you for being a member. I appreciate it. Keisha is in the house. Welcome in, Keisha. Is it working today? No. Sorry, Keisha. I don't see it working today. Vicky, does that mean one waterfall into the next whirlpool? TJ is in the house. TJ, welcome in. Thank you for being a member. Will G, I probably, if he could steal one thing from a ship and put it on his ship, the Alchemy Bar. The Alchemy Bar is nice. It's nice, but I've never been the biggest fan of the Alchemy Bar. But I understand why. It was always a place to go for me as far as just mingling. So I got it. I got it. On the go with YOLO. Hello, happy Monday. Bill in chat. Cruising on Comps. I like the Red Frog Pub. entertaining the pub itself, because they have the entertainment, and those are good to have. Um, but that's going to be part of, part of my ships, or part of the build of my ships are going to be that. I mean, right now we're probably looking at the ship size. I'm going to start with like the ship size. The ship size is going to be about 3,500, no more than 4,000, about 3,500 passengers. I think that's enough passengers where people can mingle and meet people, and then I also think you have you don't feel as crowded, and that's one of the things. Now, I'm not an engineer, so when I start making up things as far as cruise ships, whether they're possible or not, I don't know. But one of the things would be like about a 3,500 passenger ship, but make it wider, like an Oasis class ship. I think Oasis and Icon, those ships are World America. I think those ships, with how wide they don't feel crowded. Now imagine that on a shorter ship, but wider. You got room to spread out. So I mean, that's one of them that I would want. At 3,500, I don't think you would feel the lines that you feel on some of the ships that they have out there. DT Cruiser, welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Okay, now Vicky explained to me. Means it is attached in a way to hang off the side of the ship, on Freedom of the Seas. There is one on each side. Vicky, I got on Freedom of the Seas. I don't remember it. I think I know what you're talking about, where it just, it kind of juts out a little bit. I don't, me personally, I don't like that, because I'm afraid of heights and for things falling off, and not, I don't, but it is nice. And the infinity pools, a lot of ships have, like towards the back of the ship. I like them. But I'm afraid. I don't walk up to the glass. I'm afraid. I don't walk up to the railings of a lot of ships. I mean, if you ever see me getting a railing shot, like, you're taking pictures out of the ocean, if you knew how long it took me to get the nerve to get up close to the rail, you'd be like, hey, what's wrong with Bill? Travel with Josiane. Welcome in, Josiane. Welcome in. Thank you for being a member also. But I can see that. One of the things that I would want, when we're going to talk about the adult only area. Believe it or not, people, and you may not believe this, but I'm not asking for an adult only cruise line either. I mean, my cruise line would be for families too. However, there would be a big distinction between the areas. I would have like the rear of the ship more like a adult themed, and when I say adult themes, I really would want to go 21 and over, but like the hot tubs, swimming pools, the relaxing areas back there, I would want them like 21 and up. Remember, I said there's no wrong answer either, by the way, that for anybody. The middle of the ship would be more of the family area, where you have some slides, the swimming pool for the family, so everybody can be happy there. And then towards the front of the ship would be more of like the kiddie area, the kids slides, all slides, water slides, wet areas, splash pools, and stuff like that. So you would have like 3 distinct areas, all maybe on the same deck, if not on those split decks. If like the adult area raised up, you walk down some steps, you get into the family area, then you walk up some steps, you're into the kid area. And that's the way I would want to divide it, where you're separated enough that you're not disturbing somebody else. And then in the adult area, I would want it more of a quiet area. If you want loud music, if you want, the hyper vibe of the ship, center area. That's the family area. That's where everybody comes together. That's where the Lido party is. That's where you would go. Back in the back is more of a laid back, relaxed kind of feel, kind of like it is. I'm not. I'm gonna have to think about as far as being covered. I probably would have the cover for. I probably would cover the family area or have a retractable roof. Cover that, but I would also kind of like to have a retractable roof over the adult area in case it's inclement weather, cold weather, things like that. So yeah, I'm still people. I'm still working on my design. With the kid area, we're going towards the front of the ship. We're probably talking like the arcades and the games and things like that would all be kind of going that way. You know, old people like me, all I want is peace and quiet. Maybe a light music playing in the background, almost like elevator music, just light in the background. But I could do with total peace and quiet in the adult area. Middle of the ship, you have the normal cruise, you know, Bruno Mars type music playing. Um, I don't know if you like Bruno Mars, but anyway, Bruno Mars. And then for the kiddie side, uh, more of the younger kid music, Nickelodeon, Disney, stuff like that. I mean, I definitely divide it up though. Kids clubs are in the front. Uh, you have to look at the floors, how many floors this would be, but put the kid areas up front. So the parents that are dropping them off, so the kids are kind of like middle of the ship towards the front of the ship. You might see kids, but if you wanted to avoid that, go towards the back of the ship. And I would go as far as even like cabins. I would go, you know how they have the Havana suites and things like that? I would go 21 and up towards the rear of the ship, have like cabins for 21 years and older only towards the adult area. Uh, I do like the uh, Carnival having the family suite, the harbor suites, family staterooms, family whatever that is, that area for families only. So you know, you're gonna be there, you're gonna be a family. You're gonna be in the back, you're gonna be an adult. Not every floor, you know, one floor or one half a floor or something like that. It doesn't have to be every room, but just divide it up to where if I wanted to be in an adult area with an adult cabin, no kids running up and down the hallway, I could have it. You know, the family harbor. You want you know, the kids and families right there, you can have it. And we're only talking like a half a floor or so. If you ever been on like a Havana Suites, it's like a half a floor, a quarter of a floor. If you ever been to the harbor family rooms on Carnival, it's not. It's like one floor, maybe a half a floor, maybe a little bit longer, and they have access to a family lounge. I would want something like that for the adults only, 21 and up, not 18. I mean, I know 18, and I'm not really not into that 18, but I would want I would want it 21 and up. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. I see Law. I spoke to Law. Hey, Pete, welcome in, Pete. Appreciate you coming in. Josie Ann, if I didn't say it, hello, welcome in. Cruising on comms. As someone who works while cruising, I would love something like a business lounge with different desk areas that have a solid Wi-Fi connection. I definitely would want that. I really not so much a business area, but a quiet area where you can do work without people yelling and screaming, and that I would kind of put towards the adult area. Now, which floor it would be on, I don't know. I don't know what, you know, how I would divide that up, but yes, that would definitely be down there where the adults are, where you can go there, you know, as you said, do work. You know, you may have the family lounge, and they have like kid stuff, video games, stuff like that. But the adult area, you have more like a working area, and no, Absolutely no music. Not that I'm against music, but no music. You sit there, peace and quiet, like the old libraries, even though they weren't really used, and there's no, they don't make money for that or off of that. But I think that would come in. I think it would really come in handy. At least it would come in handy for me. I think. Carnival Cruise Addicts, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. And thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. And thank you to all my mods, keeping me safe. One of these days, probably when I go on my cruise, I'm gonna probably go vertical one of the days. And when I go vertical, I'm gonna need you guys. I think. We'll see. Chris M, member for 10 months. Thank you, Chris. My cruise family. Fam. Let me read it right. Fam. Chris, welcome in. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate all of you. Let's see. Everybody speaking. I'm trying to stay up with the chat people today. Trying. I think that's it. I'm up down to the bottom. I really, one of the things that I really do, and I want to stress as far as the adult only area, I want it to be more. I want it to be more like this is a retreat for adults. You know, I don't want it to be a party. I don't want it to be a party. I want it to be someplace you just go there, relax, mingle, have a few drinks. That's what I want. What Bill rocks. Carnival Cruise Addicts, thank you for being members for 28 months. That's almost unfathomable to me that I've had members this long. But thank you guys for coming in. In the adult area, and I know adults can be childish at times, but I mean, I have better furniture there. You know, kind of gear. I don't want to say gearing towards an older crowd, but you know, I want my chairs with backs in it, comfortable. But that means we have to take care of those things too, because they're not going to keep replacing it, even though we are adults. And definitely put in some hot tubs, adults only. And with the adult only hot tubs, I want adult only hot tubs that are hot. I don't want lukewarm hot tubs. You can keep that. That lukewarm hot tubs are just swimming pools for the kids. I don't want that. I want to go in there where you go into a hot tub. If you go to the hot tub, you're there for 15, 20 minutes max. It's not staying in there all day. 15, 20, like hot tubs are they're supposed to be. You know, I mean, not little saunas or whatever they've turned into. I don't want that. I want hot tubs, 15 minutes, and it's so hot you want to get out. Preferably get out that, hop in the pool, cool off, lay in the sun, and relax like adults do. So that, and with that being said, you know, you have to have an area with bars in it, an adult bar. But it has to be separate where there is no, this is a shortcut to get to whatever. I want it to be a totally separate area where if you're in that area, you're 21. I'm not saying place a guard outside. You're 21 and that's it. You know, you don't, if you're under 21, you have no reason to be back here. Okay, now we've taken up quite a bit of the ship, but I do have one more thing as far as the design of the. Hey, Phil and D, my goodness, they did a short which was funny as can be. I laughed when I first saw it. I laughed. I thought it was funny because it's about right. But if you haven't seen Phil and D, they have a short, and it's about a family, and the kids waking up nice and early on a cruise day. And you got to see it because I laughed, tears coming out my eyes because yes, I can remember those days. I'm not going to tell you about it, but it has over 1 million views. That's how funny this video was. So Phil and D, check them out. check out the short, check out the other stuff too. I was trying not to say anything, YOLO. I wanted people to go over there and look at it, what it was, to be shocked. But yes, it was funny. I literally died. It's middle of the night. I'm scrolling through, and I just bust out laughing. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Anyway, welcome in, Phil and D. Appreciate you coming in. I see. That's where I lack. I don't have any. I'm not a creative person. I don't know if I could ever have thought of it. I've done it. That exact same thing. I never would have thought about filming it, and it came out. It was simple, but funny. I mean, it didn't take like it wasn't like 150 million cuts. It wasn't like a script and everything involved. This felt like it could have been easily been real life, because this is exactly how it would have happened with my kids. Okay, YOLO. Okay, but yes, YOLO gave you a little preview of it, but you gotta see it. You gotta see it. Anyway, getting back to my ship now. I'm going to be kind of borrowing from, is it Norwegian? I think Norwegian is the one that has the solo cabins. Have an area of solo. I mean, this is almost like a must on any cruise ship now. I think if you have solo cabins, that it's a must. Solo cabins along with a solo lounge. You know how the Family Harbor has their own lounge, solo cabin with their own lounge, a bar, you know, maybe at certain times, maybe like a happy hour, maybe at every night at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 5, whatever time you have a solo meetup for people that are solo cruisers, but need a little nudge to get into the being with people. And I think that's a nudge. That's a little nudge that's needed, because you don't have to come, if you're a solo cabin, you don't have to come out in the middle of the ship. You don't have to go to, because most places now have solo meetups, but it's at a lounge here where everybody's coming around. There's 100 million people. Are you solo? Are you here for the solo meetup? Are you here for the solo meetup? Solo lounge where only solos can go, I think is a perfect design. And yes, YOLO, yes. I haven't been on it yet, and that I do want to try that, just for the solo lounge. I had a solo lounge on. I had a solo cabin on World America. It was just a cabin in the middle of the ship, and it was just small. Yeah, it was solo. It was solo, but there was nothing extra to it. And I think it's NCL where they have the solo lounge. And when you sometimes you're solo, you don't want to be bothered. You go down to the lounge, grab your coffee, sit like the Family Harbor. I had a Family Harbor room, why they gave me a Family Harbor room, I don't know. That was just a weird. A lot of times I do guarantee cabins, so I don't pick my cabin. I let them pick my cabin. They gave me a Family Harbor lounge, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it for a couple of reasons, but why are you throwing this old grown man down here with all the kids? So now, if you can imagine, they have a lounge with coffee and snacks and all this other stuff. I go down there, and there's 12 kids in there. I go down there, I leave. I'm not staying around. That's more of a family thing, more of a kid thing, because they had games and things like that. But no, solo. I kind of digressed away from what I'm talking about. Solo lounge with solo activities, and yes, that has to be on my design for my ship. And I'm probably still a little bit of that from NCL. Will, together we travel. Welcome in, welcome in. It's funny. I was talking to somebody the other day about NCL. They asked me if I had ever been on Norwegian, and I'm like, no, I've never been on Norwegian. And somebody had to remind me that, yeah, you have. NCL? Oh yeah, NCL is Norwegian. Anyway, it's tough. It's tough getting old. That's why I need my own little area. Okay, what else? Solo lounge. Oh, since we're down here by the cabins, I'm making good time. 5:30. Okay. Now we're headed down by the cabins. And I don't. This is where like some of you are gonna probably disagree with me on. No right or wrong answers. As coming in, tell me what you want on your cruise. What would you steal from another cruise line? Let me know. One of the things I would do, please take take a foot from the cabin and add it to like the bathroom space. Add a little more room. Make the shower a little bigger. Make the bathroom a little bigger. I'm not saying take up half the cabin. Make it a little bigger. I don't think most of us would miss a foot of space inside the cabin. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't think I would. If you gave me more bathroom space, more, the counter space, more shower space. So that's one of the things that I would love to see implemented on these cruise ships. Um, Now, in this day and age, uh, cruise ships, if for some reason in the cabin you don't have like 10, 15 different outlets with the USBs. And first of all, I mean, this is the problem with technology. Remember when he had plugs and we were happy to get an extra plug? Then they stuck in USBs. Mind blown. Well, technology moves, people. It's the USB C's now. I mean, it's not the B's and A. It's USB C's. That's the one. My old laptop, I needed a special plug to charge my laptop. Well, now with these new ones, with everything is going to C, I don't need. Matter of fact, I had a cord that went from USB to C. I couldn't even use it because everything was C to C. Anyway, C to C is the way to go. You gotta keep up with the time, and somehow when they're designing these ships, they have to make them uh, to where they can upgrade the electrical outlets or anything like that in the room, like plug and play. So, in other words, you can't just build it for a regular a power station. Build it to where you can upgrade that to something different. I mean, and oh, cruising on the compass. I was about to say that a lot of people now use these CPAP machines. You and I don't use one, but I like to charge my phone, while I sleep. So have plugs next to the bed, or at least into the lamps. But now they are catching up to that, but they're catching up to it, but they're behind because now it's USBs. Well, people are going to C's now. I mean, that's the the USB connection is going out. It's C to C. It's C to C now. C to C. Anyway, yes. And with the laptop I had now, I don't need a special charger to charge my laptop. I can use just a regular my phone charger. I can use to charge my laptop. It won't charge as fast, but I can in case of a pinch because I was out in on the West Coast actually. TJ, did I see TJ come in? Hey TJ, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. I think I spoke, but maybe I didn't. I went out there and forgot my charger at home. What do I do? I can't charge my laptop. 7-day cruise. What do I do? What do I do? Well, I can go to Walmart and pick up a charger, and it was a Lenovo laptop. They did not have a charger to fit. I did the universal one. I tried to get a charger for Lenovo. Nothing would fit. I couldn't get it to fit. I wound up spending all my time driving around. Well, I had a driver driving me around to different places to try to find me a charger for my laptop. And if I had like what I have right now, the same charger I use to charge my phone, I could have charged my laptop. It wouldn't have been a problem. But anyway, he was taking me down back alleys and all this other stuff to try to find me this charger. We found it eventually. Okay, now let's move down to more of like the the entertainment areas on the ship. I I don't want I don't want to see a roller coaster. I don't want to see a racetrack. I I'm to the point that I don't even want to see the rope course. But I will go with the rope course because it really doesn't take up any space. It's raised up, so I don't really it really doesn't take up any space. And this is for me, older. Don't want to do rock climbing. I know a lot of people might like that, but I don't want that. Um, I don't. I think it takes up more space than what I want to use on my ship. Uh, I want to add more lounges with like live music. Royal does a pretty good job with that as far as lounges with the music. They do a pretty good job, but that's kind of where I would want to go. I mean, I would have kind of like an Oasis class ship. You got one floor, and that's basically like all you have. If you've ever been down on what's the street down like in Nashville, where every other bar is like some kind of music place, and that's kind of what I want on this ship, where you get different types of music. I'm into jazz, love my jazz. Um, Broadway, it's yeah, probably is. It's something like that. Thank you, cruising on comps. But I mean, I love that concept where you can just walk from one bar to the next and get different type of music. I would love an area like that. Bill sounds. Why do one's Memphis? Isn't that one Memphis and one is in Memphis and one is in Nashville? I don't know. They both had kind of the same vibe, and I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I just remember going down there late at night and walking in, kind of like Bourbon Street in New Orleans. Kind of, not quite like, kind of like. Um, but yeah, let's see. I missed something. Crawling. Well, hold on. Who's crawling? Liz is crawling. Hold on. I can crawl under the bed and unplug the light, but have to use special adapters. LOL. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to try to rig different things. Yes, I mean I thought of that too. If I unplug the TV, well, I have an extra plug over here. You shouldn't have to do that. But yeah, no, I'm not crawling on the floor. I did have Margarita. Well, that's a different story. I did on Margaritaville at Sea, Paradise. The cabin I had one plug in, and it was like underneath the desk, and it was like, for real. I'm an old man. Now I'm down on my hands and knees plugging in my adapter or my electrical box in. I got to crawl on my hands and knees. Anyway, yes, that's old school stuff. And no, I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Bill Street sounds familiar, and Broadway sounds familiar. Vicky says you can't have too much music close together. It needs to be separated by decks. No. I mean, yes, I know what you're talking about. You can somewhat soundproof the areas. Uh, you can have boleros and the piano bar nearby if you soundproof the area. That might mean doors. That might mean doors. That's kind of one of the changes they made, like on Mardi Gras to celebration of carnival ships. They started putting up walls to kind of block out the noise. Yeah, I know what you're saying. They can't be like it can't be open areas. They can't be open areas. But if you have, imagine, Vicky, Lou's Jazz and Blues Club on Royal Promenade. It's a lounge. They have doors, so the only time you hear that is basically when somebody opens the door. But yes, you have to be cognizant of the fact of that. I'm a big fella and ain't doing no crawling under a bed. I agree. I'm old. I'm an old fella. My knees say no. John McCory, welcome in, welcome in. Watching from Kenya. Woo! Thanks for stopping in, John. I appreciate it. From Kenya. What time is it over there? It's got to be like becoming morning time, maybe, or it might be morning time. I don't know. But welcome in. Appreciate it. Hope you feel welcomed. Everybody saying hello. So anyway, I would I would also like, and I mean, I know I want a lot. How big is the ship I'm building? Well, I do. I want it big enough to where you don't feel um, crowded. But I would like, an area on one of the floors where you have like a built-in observation, maybe in front of the ship, um, where you floor to ceiling glass windows. Uh, if you ever see now, I think it feels like I'm picking on Carnival. Carnival has this 3-story tall area on the ship. Carnival Central, whatever they call it. They have it on the XL class ships. Big, beautiful windows from the floor to the ceiling. They're different panels. They can float, they can turn around, they can close, they can do different things with them, but they can open them up so it's one big view. They have it in an area that makes absolutely no sense. It's the side of the ship behind the stage. It makes no sense to me. Grand Central. Thank you, Carnival addicts, cruise addicts. It makes absolutely no sense to me where it's at. It's such a waste. It's such a waste. We're going to get to the theater also. As far as yes, I want a dual deck theater. I would like to see, and this is coming from me, and I'm just getting used to it. But I do like the theaters where you have to make a reservation. I do like it when you have to make a reservation, because that means, and if you want to make the reservations where you can go see a show once, but you can't see it like twice, so everybody can get a chance to see it. But I would like something like that, because I want a nice theater, but it's not too big where it takes up the entire back of the ship, or front of the ship, wherever it might be. We missed the big we miss the big atriums with the glass elevators. I don't miss the glass elevators too much, but it did. Once they go away, you say, huh, I used to be able to look out and see stuff. Now it's just an elevator. But yes, the glass elevators, that would be a nice touch on any ship. Vicky says, Law, dude, go for it, dude. Get a ribbon wherever you can. Oops, it just jumped. I say, but that is how those commercials started, falling, and I can't get up. Danny warned me not to flop around like a fish. It's not a pretty picture, Vicky. As long as I am down there, I get a couple of things done. I try to. If I go down there to do an exercise or something, well, let me pick up this, let me do that, let me look under the couch. Yes, you get everything done once you get down there, because once you get back up, you don't want to go down again. I don't do. Believe it or not, I have coffee like pretty much every morning, but I'm not a big coffee shop guy. But make a nice sized coffee shop, which my ship is getting kind of big now with all these areas. Well, but like the cabins are the cabins. You don't have to have every floor. You still need the cabins, but you don't have to have every floor. I don't think that's not taking up any extra space. The extra foot I would take from the cabin to put in a bathroom, so not extra space. But make a nice make a nice. I fell in love with. I was going to say Park Cafe. It's not Park Cafe, but it's some kind of cafe. Anyway, if you ever been on an Icon class ship, it's not Park Cafe. What is it called, Vicky? Pearl Cafe. Thank you. Right next to the Pearl, they have a coffee shop, which is like Park Cafe, but on steroids. But they have all these windows. They have all these seats where you sit down and look out these big windows and just see the ocean go by. I love that so much. It's not like in the center. It's not like Java Blue on an XL class ship in the center of the ship. It's right by windows where you sit there like and just sip your coffee. It's not like Central. I mean Park Cafe where you in the middle of Central Park. If you like that, that's fine. I'm on a cruise ship. I thought I was on like Central Park more than I did, but I want to be looking at the ocean, looking at the weather outside. That's what I want, and they did such a good job. Icon, the ship is just too big. I love the Icon. It's just too big. I prefer the size of the Oasis class ship better, but Icon had a lot of ideals that I would want, and the Pearl Cafe and the somebody said, oh yeah, Vicky, the Outlook Place, Outlook Place, fantastic. To dedicate all that space with the chairs that didn't accommodate a whole lot of people, I got into that before about the people, but I thought it was brilliant. That was one of my favorite spots on the ship. The Outlook Pods, I think they call them Outlook Pods, something like that. Um, if you ever get a chance, and if you ever just want to go down there and relax, that's where you want to go. They do. It's set up kind of weird, but some of the pods you have to walk up to, and from the ground area you can't see if anybody's in it. And then when you get up there, you walk up the steps, get up there. Oh, there's people already here. Now they are designed for 8 to 10 people, but that's cramping people in, cramming people in. And I just want to be like in a pod by myself until this married couple come in and they want to scratch their feet. And anyway, that's a story for another time. But I do. Is Overlook? Yellow says Overlook. So whatever it's called, you'll know. Overlook. If you'll know when you're there, because it's a beautiful area just to sit, watch the world go by. They have plugs into the not chairs, but the couches and things like that. So you can charge your laptop, you can charge your headphones, you can play your music, you play video games, whatever you kind of want to do, you can do there and enjoy your piece. Foodie says, I agree, Bill. The size is too big, but the floor to ceiling windows were awesome. Hope they do that on a new Discovery class ship. I hope so. It's a smaller ship. I'm hoping they come up with some of this. I'm hoping they do. Just, I know it's a business. I know it's about making money. But at some point, it has to be comfortable for the people. Kind of Virgin, I think, could have done it, but they were trying to be too hip, and they were going for a different type of hipness, if that's a word. They were looking for more of people interacting all the time. So they really didn't have a lot of places where, hey, I just want to go over here and sit. It's kind of, it wasn't like, I didn't get that vibe. It was more like, okay, here's a couch. Let's curve the couch so everybody is looking. Anywho, but it wasn't terrible. But it's a higher price, and you I guess you pay for that. A nicer ship, not as many people. Somebody has to make up the difference in that. Do you pay more for that? Just make sure the AC is robust in the casino. Haven't been in a casino yet that wasn't. Yeah, well, all those machines going, and the smokers smoking, and say now you got smoking. Well, even if it's not smoke, my only issue is I like warm. I like warm. I don't like hot, but the casinos. Maybe once I've been into a casino that like, whoa, this is too warm. I prefer warm over cold. Carnival Cruise Addicts. I was on the Venetia, and the machine I liked was so cold. I had to buy a sweatshirt in the gift shop. LOL. But normally that's not the case. I agree. Now, you had to be winning. So I'm going on Venetia in October. So I need that machine. I need to find out what machine you were on, Liz, that made you go buy a sweatshirt so you could play it. Life with EQ. Welcome in. Welcome in. People, if you have not already hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. Uh, I like the silent disco ideal with the different headphones. I do. I do. People have a good time, but you're not killing everybody with the music. And everybody had a good time. Every time I see a silent disco, uh, everybody was having a good time. And actually, the first time I saw it was World America, where they just passed out the headphones. You didn't have to show your card. You didn't have to go up there and pick up, and sign out anything. They just handed everybody, you want headphones? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. I'm like, man, well, they're not afraid of somebody just walking off those cheap headphones. They're worried about somebody destroying them or whatever. And at the end of the night, you just go turn them in. Now, some people did, as easy as the system was for that, they did like just kept, after it was over, they just kept the headphones. It's like, dude, you're messing it up for all of us. Just go turn your headphones in, and that way we don't have to check them out with our cars and have the 150 million people in line to get headphones, and then the 150 people in line to turn them in. Okay, I got one. I got one that's probably it might get a little banter going on in the chat. You know what I want to see gone? The thing I want to see gone is the entertainment in the dining room. Please stop dancing around my food. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I go and eat. It was such a pleasure on Virgin Voyages. Now they played the music a little too loud in there, but it was just going in there, grabbing my food, and eating. You're not stopping in between. You're not stopping in between to serve to dance. So here comes. I'm almost done. And here, well, it's showtime. Okay, let me listen to Bruno Mars again as they dance around. Come on, get up and dance. I don't want to. Oh, come on, it'll be fun. I don't want to. Can I get my dessert, please? I just want to leave. I want to get my dessert anyway. Get rid of the dancing in the main dining room. Serve my food. So I know a lot of people are. Oh, we like to see. Volare. They people like it. I don't like it. If you do it the last day of the cruise, maybe I might let you get away with it. But I do not need to be entertained. I do not need to be entertained when I'm having dinner. Matter of fact, just the opposite. I would love Carnival started going to it. Hey, let's expedite this dinner process. I don't need Virgin. Some of the dinners. I mean, we're 2 hours for dinner. No, I know. I don't need it. I need my entree. I'm sorry. I need my appetizer, my entree, and dessert. Coffee with the dessert. That's all I want. That's all I want. No, some of these places, they want to entertain you, and I know they're big. I know they're. So I would want smaller ship. You cut down on that. They don't have to walk as far for the food. That's what I want. And it was a Dragon Link machine, and it was cold, both literally and figuratively. So why would you want to play it if it was no? I thought it was a hot machine, and that's why I'm not leaving. I don't care how cold it gets. I'm not leaving this machine. Chris, go get the sweater. I'll be right here. Huh? In the galley bathroom, there was a big floor to ceiling window. that would be kind of other than being inside port. That would be. There was a cabin. Who was I watching? Q's and Views. They have a suite, but there's a window between the bedroom and the bathroom, which I just thought was just weird. I just thought that was weird. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, is Tawana, are you life with EQ, life with EQ, right? Are you on a cruise? A cruise now? It was across from the toilet or the shower, Vicky. I'd rather be cold than hot. When you're cold, you can add layers. I mean, I don't want it. I don't want it scorching hot, but I do like a warm cabin, which is why hey, cruising with me is you better like a warm cabin, not hot, warm. You know, give me I get under just a sheet. I'm happy. Tawana was on a hot Dragon Link machine yesterday. That's what I'm talking. That's what I want. I need all this stuff. Speaking of slot machines, here's Edna. We want the hot slot machines, Edna. We need. I'm gonna have to come down into the Philadelphia area, down that way. I'm not quite sure exactly. I think you're around that area, to the casinos and follow you with these machines because I need a hot machine. I need. We are about to leave Cozumel. The casino is currently closed. I think I'm hoping, and this is going back to Carnival Cruise Addicts, Yakety Yak. If you haven't followed Yakety Yak, go follow Yakety Yak because you get some information. They were talking. It's been 20 years since I've been to Bermuda, and they asked John Hill, "Hey, are the casinos open overnight while we're there on a cruise whatever cruise ship they were on?" John said yes, and I go to Bermuda for my birthday, and it's overnight cruise. Now it's Royal. I don't know if Royal is going to do that, but isn't that a nice, little pleasant surprise if that's the case? I think it is. On the go with YOLO. I agree. I don't want the entertainment in the no. Oh, please. So many people like it. Please stop. And I don't want you've been coughing into this napkin all night long and sneezing and wiping God knows what. And now you're swinging in the air. Opa, opa. No, 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 no. I mean, I don't know if they could do it on a ship of 3,500 people, but create more dining options like Virgin. I think Virgin they're on the right path. Fewer buffets, more dining options. The XL class ships where you have more dining room options. And I understand you don't want people hogging up certain restaurants, so you limit it to one per one dinner in one place or something like that, so they're not overcrowded. But if you find a restaurant you like, you can actually go back. I like that option. I mean, I would steal that. I would steal that from Virgin. I mean, I would definitely dump the galley. TJ, come on, Bill. I don't know what that was about, but I don't know. I say so many things that off the cuff. Law Jones, I agree with that. Let the waiters serve. Yes. Thank you. Let's roll right into Carnival. Dang, y'all some grumpy cruisers. Nope. Nope. Don't need you singing and dancing around my food. Just bring me my dessert. Now I can go out to the entertainment. And I can go to the Lido deck and all the other places and be entertained. Not for dinner. Keisha, I still have not been on enough cruises to be tired of the dining room entertainment. You really call the waiters and stuff like that entertainment? Keisha? Do you get up and dance with them? Maybe. I mean, that might be entertaining. Watching people that half of them act like they don't want to be there, and as I look at my dessert over there, just getting colder and colder. Anyway, Moni Love TV, welcome in, welcome in. I agree with swinging napkins and crumbs all over the place. Thank you. I thank you. All right. What do you? What do you walk in on? Bill's get off the line. No, this wasn't. I mean, I don't. I'm building my ship. You can build. You can have the waiters between every course. They can come out and do a little dance for you. But I don't want that. I did a Carnival Breeze casino. Life with EQ. I did a Carnival Breeze casino tour while it was empty and spotted a dollar store machine with a maxed out major. I have done that before, looking for a maxed out like major and try to give it a try. I never got lucky. What would be the name of your ship, Bill? Get off my lawn. If it would keep away the rowdies, yes. Yes, I would. No, I don't know. I don't know. The strong crew, strong. I don't know. Let me think about that one, TJ. I believe in the adult. I believe in the adult cruise lines. But I do want to make it available for kids because I want families and grandkids to come on cruise. But they have to stay in the area. I mean, I'm an adult. I stay in my area. You stay in your area. And every now and then when we all want to come together, we meet up in the center of the ship. What could be better than that? Everybody has their spot. That's dinner time. The buffet area, MSC did this. It didn't work well, but they have like a family area. So all the families can go over to this area. They have a kids buffet. All the kids can go to the kids buffet. It's shorter. You have to be so short to get on this little bridge thing to be able to get from that. Have them all in one area. Let the adults, even though the adults aren't as clean as you would think they would be, but let the adults go to an adult area. Families go to an area. I mean, how is that? How is families? You want to be around screaming kids? Be around screaming kids. If I don't want to be around screaming kids, don't I have a say so? Don't that might be get off the line moment, but I mean, let me have my own say so. But it seems like every time I go to a buffet, the family, I don't know, maybe it's the grandpa look or something, but the families want to sit next to me. They want to talk. I just want to eat. Can we talk once we finish dinner? We can talk all you want. We can talk all night. Anywho, good night, Lee. Appreciate you stopping in. I have a little fan I carry with me to the casino. I'm a smoker, but even I can't stand a amount of smoking in there. So it keeps me cool and smoke out of my face. Now that's a different one right there. I'm a smoker, but I don't like smoke. We may have to get you the nicotine patch. I don't know. That's a good one. I'm a cigar smoker, but my father was a cigarette smoker, and I grew up in a day and age where you get in the car, roll up the windows, still have a cigarette and stuff like that. So the cigarette smoke doesn't bother me. They used to be able to smoke cigars in the casino. They cut it out. I completely understood. Even in Vegas, I mean, I would go to a table, but if I had a cigar at the table, I made sure it was all out the way. I would hold it down here, take a puff and keep it all out here. But I understand you got rid of it. I understand. But the cigarette smoke has never bothered me. And I hear people say it all the time. It never bothered me. Later, Lee. Emma had a cabin where the glass door shower opened into the room. You could see your roomie shower. That's crazy. I mean, I know there's the couples out here, but come on, a little privacy. I will. I'm gonna have to get in touch with her. Because I'm always curious as far as people's experiences, and it's funny to me because things I love, you may hate, and things you hate, I may love. And it's everybody has an opinion. But some people, they really get upset. Like if Carnival made a which I think they have before, like a ship with no smoking on it, I'm fine with it. But some people, I'm never cruising Carnival again. I never. Chill out. It's just no smoking. That ship is not for you. Find a ship that's for you. I mean, more power to people that don't want that. Virgin, every place you look, Virgin had someplace to go work out. You know what I did? I avoided it. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't go to the saunas. I didn't go to the classes. I didn't go to the boxing ring. I didn't go to the laps. I avoided it. They were healthy, but not bye. I don't want it. Susanna, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Nettie and JT, welcome in, Nettie. I can't, people, if you get a chance, go to Shipmate and look under like if you post the Unhinged Group Cruise, if you post there, you can go to the roll call. We're gonna have to get Liz. I think Liz is keeping track. Get a list of not cabin numbers necessarily. Even though I did find out I'm on the 15th floor. Anybody on the 15th? Anybody else? Anyway, I'm on the 15th floor. But the amount of people there, and it's like so many people that I've seen on YouTube but never saw in person or never met in person. And I'm like, that's gonna be a lot of fun. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Never participated in a silent disco. Come on, as you're on the cruise right now, go look up the silent disco. Go to it. Put on the headphones. They have 2 or 3 different channels that you can click on and find the music you like, and then just party and listen with your heads. Dance like nobody's watching, which nobody is. I find it entertaining to see the servers have special crumb tools. Yeah, they used to all the time, or spin ladies into their seats, or the first and second waiter have a special banter. That's entertaining. They used to wipe the crumbs, believe it or not, when they had the tablecloths. And this is back in the good old days. Matter of fact, right now, I think if you go to the steakhouse, they do it at the steakhouse with a crumb tool and get all the crumbs, the bread crumbs and everything. Yeah, it's the good old days. My first Carnival cruise, they were serving food. Then they stopped. Then they stopped, and the girl got up and started singing "Proud Mary." When she was finished, the head maitre d' felt her up and sent her back to slinging bread. That sounded like a moment for a second because I felt her up. Anyway, no. You know what I did like? What cruise ship was I on? I don't know. They had a young man playing a piano softly like he was like in the center, but he was playing a piano. I thought that was a perfect setup for dinner. Oh, Nettie was done. That sounds like a Get Off My Lawn is my profile name for Disney. Wow. Nettie. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. It's all optional. I can't remember where I happened to look it up the other day and I saw where I was at 15. I can't tell you the rest, but I was on 15. I'm like, that seems kind of high. That seems normally. They probably gave it to me because normally I don't. I'm more of like a deck 8 type of person, kind of midship, But for some reason I saw it at 50. I'm like, because usually a lot of times I don't even pick my rooms. But as I get older, I do like picking like towards the elevators, and this one wasn't too far from the elevator. So that might have been my thought process when I was doing it. I'm a weird smoker for sure, Bill. Foodie's on 10. 15 is under the Lido. I don't go to bed till late. Now I did hear as far as like maybe moving the chairs around. That might not be the best thing in the world. Maybe I'll take a look at that if it's under the Lido. But I never like being under like the theater or being under a music venue or something like that. It never bothered me because I'm up late. It's the early morning things that would get me. Yeah, I'm sleeping all the time. I'm getting my naps in, Vicky. I'm sleeping all the time. That ruined that Vicky. That attitude right there has ruined more cruises for me than anything else. That has ruined because trying to stay up and do everything. Because apparently I'm gonna be in a casino with Liz. I'm gonna be on a dance floor with Vicky. I'm gonna be. It's a lot going on here. Getting up first thing in the morning, doing the excursions with everybody else. There's a lot going on there. Where's my cigar time? Where's my cognac time? I need time for that. Cigars, those are not cigarettes. It's not like a 5 minute thing and off. No, you sit there, relax, get your drink. Anyway, no, I will be taking my naps, which is why nobody's gonna know my cabin number because I don't want. Oh, Bill, where's Bill at? Oh, I haven't been able to reach him because I'm gonna have Wi-Fi. Matter of fact, I just bought the Wi-Fi. Nope, I want somebody. Bill, Bill, Bill. I don't want that. I don't want that. If I'm in my room, I'm sleeping. I've already told you that. I don't do anything in my room. I just sleep and shower. So, anywho, but good. That's really good to know. And people, why didn't you tell me it was 6 o'clock? Dining rooms. I had my notes over here. Dining rooms. I would love something more like Virgin, where you maybe one main dining room, but then some other restaurants where you have to make reservations. I think I would love something like that. I can see you now asleep in the corner with cognac in your. Nope, Vicky, I've never fallen asleep outside of my cabin. Scratch that. Unless you call your balcony outside your cabin. This last time on Virgin, I got in a hammock. I fell asleep. I never got into a lounger outside the cabin. I never around the poolside. I never fell asleep. Never, none that I can remember. I never felt comfortable going to sleep out in public. Never. No cigar lounge. They really don't make those anymore. There's a few of them that have it, and those are usually my favorite ships. They don't have a cigar lounge on Celebration. They have a couple of areas where you can go outside, but that means you have to have good weather. If you don't have good weather, it's terrible. But no, they have a nice little cigar place. It has a little roof over it. I mean, it's what deck? It's probably about like deck 8. Not too far from where the pizza is. But there's a nice little area, and between us, you're gonna find me there a lot. But don't tell anybody. But you'll find me there. Shireen, welcome in, coming in on the Facebook side. I appreciate you stopping by. As long as there is a balcony for contemplating life's decisions and a good theater show, I'm good. Shireen, I'm with you. I don't need all the wild and crazy stuff. I'm good just relaxing. I'm good just relaxing. Okay, Tawana, I'm holding you to that. I'm getting starting to prepare my list of what kind of cigars I'm going to bring. Law Jones, hey Bill, it's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock and it's time to rock, and we rock nonstop till 7 o'clock. Don't forget, there used to be a dance show that came on Detroit. Don't forget, I'm not going to stay on to 7, but there's a few people going live at 7, so make sure you check them out. Nettie, all the cool people smoke cigars. My doctor told me no smoke. JT smokes cigars. Well, you can't be. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. I mean, not around you. Don't come back to this area. It's outdoors, away from people. No. I'll make sure I send JT back after a cigar or two. Vicky, cigar smokers will have their own club. Yes. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Where the cool people hang out. Yes. Uh-oh. Just got a message. The casino is now open. Jeremy was telling me about a good spot on Embassy Seascape. I was out there along with a couple of other people, maybe Andrew from Embarkation Nation, and Donna, Texas Cruise's wife, used to come out there and smoke, not cigars, but she would come out there and smoke. But Jeremy came out there. He didn't smoke, but he hung with us. That's it. My life decisions. How did I wind up here? My life choices. I like sweet cigars. I'll make sure I bring one. My favorite sweet cigar. That's one of my favorite cigars. Cuba Cuba, Drew Estate. Cuba Cuba. It's nice, little sweet taste. Woo. Cognac, bourbon with chocolate. I may not get up. And she's out. Casino's open. Like a Kentucky Derby. Vicky, you would find it funny. I was just watching YouTube videos. I don't know why it popped up on my line or whatever, but about Secretariat. And you probably remember Secretariat. You probably would remember the Kentucky Derby. I'm sure you. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know why I got the impression that you would be a horse racing person, but I just got the feeling that. But anyway, Secretariat was the greatest horse I've ever seen run. When I was, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, my father used to take me to the racetrack. Don't judge him, okay? Don't judge him. But it'd be out there, and we have a great time. He's betting on the horses, and I'm eating all the popcorn I can eat. He goes out every night to smoke, and I go to the casino on a cruise. That's a perfect relationship, I think, Nettie. But that's what I do. I normally do it. I normally towards the end of the evening, probably after like whatever show they have at night, I would go out there and smoke on a cigar and have a drink. If I have too many drinks, I wind up in the casino. So she's still here. It's 6:20, and there are still 20 people here. 25 now, Vicky. Why? Listen to me ramble on. What else did I get? It's restaurants, entertainment. You know what? Entertainment I could do without, but I mean I wouldn't do it. I would like a multi-purpose room, music hall. If you ever been on a Royal Oasis class ship or Icon class ship, they have a 2-story music hall. You can use for shows, you can use for comedy, you can use for live music. That's what I would want. I would want to cut down, but so many people like it. Cut down on the comedy shows. Put something else in there besides the comedy show. Put more live music for me. But I know a lot of people like the comedy. And I can't sing, so I don't care less about karaoke. But people like it, so I'm trying to include people. Have an area where you can go do karaoke. Have a nightclub or something where you can go do karaoke. I'm not a big karaoke person, but I'll include you on my ship. I think that's about it. What I'd leave off: roller coasters and racetracks, sky rides. I'm in the air. I'd be fine if you got rid of them, but it gives people something to do. The adrenaline junkies something to do that doesn't take up space on the ship. So maybe I just don't have it over like the adult area. I mean, Carnival. See, I was about to take off my glasses. Carnival. You have a beautiful area at the back of the ship on your XL class ships. Peaceful, nice sitting. You got it right under the boat roller coaster. Who designed that? Probably the same person that designed Grand Central, where the seating on the floor is all one level. If you're not in the first row, maybe second row, you're looking over somebody's head or trying to look around somebody's head. Whoever designed that, and then if you go back too far, now you have the overhang from the deck up that now when they go in the sky, you can't see them because, well, now you have a roof over your head. Whoever designed that should be fired. They shouldn't be allowed to design any other theater. Okay, maybe that's a little extreme. And just whoever designed, put chairs, relaxing areas in the back of the ship and put a roller coaster above you, They don't need to be in business anymore. They have no clue. Anyway, yes, more lounges can't go wrong. Uh, not many. Yeah, this Vicky. I didn't know you Louisville. I mean, I guess I got it, Vicky. But I'm like, I don't remember. I don't know if I ever remember you talking about the horses. But yes, Secretariat was my favorite horse of all time. And as I said, my father took me to the racetrack when I was a little kid. Secretariat is probably about my. You're probably looking at my junior junior years, my middle school years. But this was the greatest horse. This was the greatest horse. If you ever want to look at a fantastic race horse, Secretariat would be the one that comes to mind. Anywho, uh, got to make up for being late. You're never late, Keisha. My parents took us to harness racing when we were kids, and then my kids to the regular racetrack. They weren't gamblers, but liked the horses. I did too. I mean, I would go down and he's making his bets and stuff. I would look at. They used to post all the racing forms in the daily newspaper at the time, and I would look and the favorites, and I used to try to figure it out. I was actually pretty good, but then I started realizing that hey, this could be rigged, and so I don't do it anymore. And and this is before that I knew about casinos and cruise ships and gambling. The pace is too slow. It's like 30 minutes in between races. Well, after you pick out your horse, what do? I mean, there's not a whole lot to do. So yeah. But I always horse racing has a little special spot in my heart. I want roller skating instead of the ice skating on Royal. Who had roller skating? Somebody had roller skating. Or maybe that's. I look at so many different ships and so many plans coming up, but it seemed like somebody had roller skating. But yes, I don't want either one because if I fall now and break an ankle, it'd be too easy. So no, I don't want either one on the ship. But it's a multi-purpose area, and I'm for it. If people can do it, you can have one day be ice skating, but then just like they put a floor down for something else, it could be a roller skating rink. So I'm for it. I love the atrium and live music, but a full band, not the boombox band. Right. I want a full band. I want them playing the music, good or bad. I want to hear them playing music. I'd rather than listening to a radio. If I wanted to listen to a radio, I would. I loved it when cruise ships used to have the steel drum player playing drums on embarkation day outside. I love that. Other than playing all the music and just top 40 music. I'm on a family cruise. No, I'm thinking about somebody else. I would say, was I watching a video from you earlier today? But it's probably with somebody else. I'm on a family cruise. Kids are taking over. So many children. They're everywhere. Now imagine if they had their own area. There was nothing for kids to do over here. They're all over here. How much nicer it could be. And then when you want to see the grandkids or the kids and stuff like that, you mosey on over to their side. Scrow's Nest, Scrow's Nest, perfect timing because you might be. I think that was my final thing. I would have I would want them to do on a cruise ship. And Scrow's Nest is right on time because Scrow's Nest is an advocate for mobility issues on a cruise ship. Make cabin doors a little wider. Make cabin door. This is that foot into the bathroom. Somehow take a little space from the cabin, from the closet space, to make the door wider for scooters to get in. I don't mean it has to be sized where a tank can go through, but the average scooter. My daughter had a stroller for the kids. Just a simple stroller. Before they go in the cabin, they had to take the wheels off. I mean, catch up with the times. Catch up with the times, cruise ships. Anyway, that's yes. Make the doors a little wider. Hey, Bill. I used to enjoy smoking cigars, but one heart attack and a quintuple bypass. Later, the enjoyment came to an end. Would you like my no, my Calibri license? I have a lighter like that. I have good lighters. Um, sorry about the heart attack, by the way. I mean, I kind of skipped over that part, but I don't. You're really not supposed to be taking torches onto an airplane. The butane and stuff like that is kind of probably not something you want at 30,000 feet. So you're really not supposed to take butane lighters. I do take a little small lighter with me. It's a little torch, $5. So if they take it, I'm only out $5. But I do see people bringing their fancy lighters and cans of butane, and they tell me, yeah, I just put it in my luggage, wrap it up. They never say anything about it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they don't like that. They don't like that in your checked luggage. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for a fact. I would have to go back and look. I'm pretty sure they don't want that flammable liquid stored underneath the airplane. Just like, I mean, you're talking about heating elements. I'm surprised that Carnival. What was I just on? Matter of fact, Margaritaville at Sea sold. Some of these cruise ships don't sell lighters on their ship because it kind of goes. And what they tell you, the number one danger on a cruise ship, fire. No, we're not selling. We're not selling you the match to set the ship on fire. You can bring one on, smokers, if you need it, but we're not going to sell it to you. Margaritaville at Sea had torches, and the torches are the flame that burns real hot, which is why like on an airplane, lighters are you can only burn so much before it gets too hot. And you got anyway. Torches, they burn. They're called torches. The name itself should give you a clue about how hot they burn. Perfect for lighting cigars. Perfect for if you're outside and it's windy because the wind is not going to put out the torch. Margaritaville at Sea sold those on their cruise ship, and it's like, I thought you said number one danger was fire, and you just gave a lighter that won't go out in windy weather. I mean, so they're on the deck and they can burn anything they want. I thought that anyway. I don't want them to take them away, but I was shocked that they would bring them on. I've been waiting for them to say, "Hey, you can't bring a torch on." That's kind of what I've been, but they haven't. Anywho, let me go on and catch up with chat. Carol, welcome in, Carol. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Carol's a member. Thank you for everybody who's a member. If I missed you, I appreciate you and love you guys dearly. Without you, there is no me, pretty much. Because I still get nervous when I come live. The roller derby. I used to like watching the roller derby back in the day. Got the slingshot. I used to anyway. I watched a lot of weird things when I was growing up. Ice skating as a kid, roller skating, fell flat on my butt. Yeah, I've fallen my fair share of times. Ken Goes Cruising, welcome in. Hey, Bill, only just realized you were on. Sorry, I missed this. No problem, Ken. I know you're on the other side of the world with those amazing cruises. One of these days, I got to get over there before I get too old. But I want to do. I think Ken goes on some of these ships, and I think it's more of the kind of ship that I would like, laid back. None of the rock climbing walls and all that other jazz. I think I would like it. I think I would like it. Money Love TV 761, new member. Welcome to the Strong Crew, Money Love. I appreciate it. There's a couple things I have to explain, but let me play a song from Money Love real quick. About to play it again. Moni Love, welcome in. Welcome to the Strong Crew. Appreciate it. I will say this. There are a lot of changes on StreamYard, and one of the changes that they have is these gifts that you can give. If you ever followed, is it TikTok? It's probably TikTok. TikTok, you were able to give gifts, roses, cakes, hearts, and things like that as a gift, as it's kind of like a super chat, but but they vary in prices. I mean, some go up to $20, and some are pennies. Anyway, they give gifts. You can do that now on YouTube. Before it was just the vertical that you could do it on, but now I think you can do it on the horizontal. The problem with StreamYard, and this happened last week, my daughter and somebody else I think sent something. I never saw it. It comes up as a chat, but you see how well I do with chats. But there's no alert like that right there. That there was an alert letting me know that, hey, somebody joined your channel. Hey, somebody gave me a super chat. Hey, I can't see it, and by not being able to see it, I can't like tell people, oh, thank you for whatever. So if you do ever send like something like that, just know that I appreciate it, even if I can't see it. What I have to start doing is like leaving a window open over here where, because you guys can probably see it on YouTube that it pops up. I can't see it in StreamYard. So StreamYard, get your act together, StreamYard, so I can do it. Get your act together, StreamYard, where all the chats. So when I'm streaming on Facebook and I'm streaming on Instagram, they can all see it. I can see all the chat. Like I started rambling and I didn't check Instagram. So I have Instagram on. I see Instagram. Cruising into Retirement was here. Mad Five Vibes was here. And Juma Brown was there. Horton Novak was here. D&Q EXP. I forgot how they pronounced that. But anyway, they were there on Instagram. I never acknowledged them because I didn't know they were there. So anyway, that's it. It's StreamYard, but that has nothing to do with my favorite cruise ship. But with that being said, I think I'm way past my time. It's 6:31. As always, I love talking to you guys. I love talking cruising. But you guys can help me. My members can help me. People who are not members, people who like cruising. Give some ideas of, send me an email, send me a message, send me whatever. If QR code up there takes you to my membership, Warm Strong Adventures is Gmail. You'll be able to find me. Ideas of what you'd like to see me talk about. I like to consider myself well versed in a lot of different cruising. Mostly Carnival, Royal, and MSC. I've been on one Norwegian, apparently. It was one of the older ships. Been on that. But I love talking cruising. I love talking destinations. If you have someplace coming up, or some destination that you're going to, I want to hear about it. I want to know if we talk about it. If I haven't done it, you can come up here and talk about it, and we can ask questions. But you got to have topics to talk about when you do a weekly live, and that helps out a lot. Because what you start doing is starting rehashing the same comment. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling on, and again, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. Would appreciate it. Lonely Love, appreciate you coming in strong, coming into the strong crew. And you know what I'm gonna? I know what I'm gonna do. I hold on, people, hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. It's been a second since I've done this. Hold on. We're gonna go ahead and send out five memberships right now. 5 gifted memberships. We're able to, YouTube channels that have memberships can give out 10 a month free. And that's a little tasters to see whether or not you want to come back and join the membership and things like that. So I just dropped 5. We got Scrolls Nest, Nettie, Buddha of Destiny. Namaste. Associate Minister Reserve Deacon, MA Mystery and friends. They all just became members of the Strong Crew. And since I'm here, what the heck? I'll give up my other 5. We got 5 more coming in, and this way I don't have to play the membership one time. Anyway, who's the other 5? Hedgehog Homestead, Down South Stitcher, The Jewelry Spot, The Fam. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like I'm missing one. I feel like I should have one more. Hedgehog, Down South Stitcher, The Jewelry Spot, The Fam. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. Anyway, maybe it'll pop up later. I do see people, and you're welcome, Nettie. I saw that you welcome. My pleasure. I mean, thank you for being here. And what I got to do now is I make sure I put up, some more content for my members only. But I appreciate you guys, and always remember it's not necessary, but I appreciate it. And I got to work on my store as far as the merchandise and the T-shirts and stuff like that. But probably next week I will probably give out a T-shirt if somebody wants it. So you don't have to want it, but give out a T-shirt to thank everybody. Matter of fact, I'll probably do that for the members. So it'd be just only the members. You won't have to be present. You won't have to be present to win. But I'll do a raffle for the members. Give them a T-shirt to show my appreciation for them. Because, as I said, I mean, who would have thought 3 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago, whenever I started YouTube, that I would have people in here listening to me ramble on for an hour and a half, and it means a lot to me. And I get nervous. I'm like, is this the week that they don't show up? Is this the week? And sure enough, you show up. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And with that being said, we're gonna start wrapping this up. No video tomorrow. Don't ask me why, but this Margaritaville video that will be ready. It's going to be put out Saturday. It's 40 minutes long. A lot of me rambling in it, talking about what I like, what I don't like. You're gonna get a lot of rambling. 40 minutes long. Saturday, probably about 2. I'm not sure yet. The thumbnail is already made up, so I'm going to put it out. You're going to see it. I just got to do some. I like to edit. I like to put in transitions. I like to edit. So it's just not any just wild shots in it. So anyway, Saturday you will have a new video. Wednesday, Scott and I, we have conversations about 5 questions that ChatGPT gave us. So we're going to answer those 5 questions. At least, I'm sure it's at least 5. We were supposed to do 10, but we only got through 5. So we're going to do 10. I'm sorry, 5 more to make it 10. And that's this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you come back and watch Scott and myself on Cruise Talk Live. And there might be something coming down in the pipe. Members will know it first. There might be something coming down here that I poo-pooed for 2 years, but I may finally be up to doing something, and my members will be the first to know, and I'll probably know that within the next week or 2, and I'll let them know. Phil and D, if you haven't, go check out that short, because you can laugh at it like I did, and do that. And everybody else, thank you. With that being said, make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And I'm going to close this chapter out. Bye-bye.
Bye.